Now we'll learn how to simplify a given ratio. Let us see two examples for ratio among two quantities. Here the given ratio is 12 ratio 30. So what we will do, we will divide this 12 into its as the multiplication of its prime factors. So 12 can be written as 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12. Then we will divide 30 as 2 times 15, so 3 times 5. And then we will cancel these common factors. 2 and 2 will cancel, 3 and 3 will cancel. So the leftover will be 2 and 5. So the simplification of this ratio will be 2 and 5. Another approach is to use 12 and 30. We will give a comma. We will take, this is similar to finding LCM, that is lowest common multiplier or lowest common denominator, LCD, but not quite same. There are some difference we are talking here. 12, 30, we will take small prime factors common as long as that factor is present in both of them. That means if we take 2 common, if we can take 2 common from both of these two, so it will become 6. That is, if we divide 12 by 2, we will get 6. If we divide 30 by 2, we will get 15. Then from both of them, we can take 3 common. So it will be 2 and it will be 5. Because if we divide 6 by 3, we will get 2. If we divide 15 by 3, we will get 5. So the rest, that is, after that we can't take any common other than 1. So these 2 and 5 is the simplified ratio. Let us do this one, 24 and 36. First approach is breaking 24 into its small factors as a multiplication. So if we take 2 common, then it will be 12, 2 common it will be 6, 2 common it will be 3, then 3. And 36, if we take 2 common it will be 18, 2 common it will be 9, 3 times 3. So we can write like this. So now if we cancel 2 and 2, 2 and 2, and 3 and 3, we will end up with 2 and 3. So 24 ratio 36 will be 2 ratio 3. It's simplified version of this 24 ratio 36 will be 2 ratio 3. This is first approach. Second approach is actually easier. 24 36 we will write like this, and then we will take 2 common. So we will get 12 and 18. We will take another 2 common. We will get 6 and 9. Now from here we can take 3 common. So it will be 2 and 3. So this will end leftover 2 and 3 is the simplification of the given ratio. So for two quantity we can use both this approach. For ratio among 3 quantities we can use both the approach, but we will use this approach because this one is easier to handle. 6, 15 and 8. 6, 15 and 8. Here 6, 15 and 8, we don't have anything common. That means we can't take anything common other than 1 that can go in all 3 of them. So here is the difference. If we will be calculating LCM, that is lowest common multiplier, or LCD, lowest common denominator, then what we would do, 6, 15 and 8, we would take 2 common from these two. Although this 2 is not going from, we can't take common from 15, but we would take this. So it would become 3, 15 and 4. And then we would take 3 common from here and here, although this 3 is not present here. So it would become 1, 5 and 4. So the LCD would become this times this times this times this. But for ratio simplification, we will not do that. We will take a value common only if it is present as a factor in all of them. That means here nothing. So this ratio we can't simplify anymore. So it will remain as it is, 6, 15 and 8. So for this ratio no further simplification is possible. So let us see this one, 12, 30 and 36. 12, 30 and 36. We can see all the numbers are even, so we can take 2 common. So it will become 6, 15, that is 12 division 2 is 6, 30 division 2, that is we are taking this factor 2 out. So 30 division 2 will be 15, 36 if we take 2 we will get 18. Then 6, 15 and 18. Here these two got 2, from these two we can take 2 common during LCM or LCD, but this one does not have a factor 2, so we can't take 2 common. So what is the common? 3, because 3 is present as a factor in 6, 15 and 18. So if we divide 6 by 3 we will get 2, if we divide 15 by 3 we will get 5, and if we divide 18 by 3 we will get 6. So here, although 2 and 6 got factor 2 common, during LCM and LCD finding we would take it, but for ratio simplification we will not take. So we will only take factors common as long as that factor is present in all of the ratio values. Then the rest over, that is when we will end. For example, here we can't take anything common which is common in all these ratio values. So this ratio simplification is 2 ratio 5 ratio 6. Let us do this last example. 24, 36 and 6. 24, 36 and 6. All of them are even, we can take 2 common. So it will be 12, 18 and 3. Now we can take 3 common. Although these two got 2, but this one does not have any factor 2. For ratio simplification, whatever factor we will take, that must be present in every ratio value. So we can take 3 common, not 2. So it will be 4, 6 and 1. And after that we don't have anything because 1, so we can't take any common factor from 1 other than 1. So we will stop here. So the simplified version of this ratio will be 4 ratio 6 ratio 1. So using similar approach we can simplify any ratio using this approach. But we must remember the difference between LCM or LCD finding and ratio simplification is we will keep taking the factors common as long as that factor is common in all of them. But for LCM or LCD calculation, we can take a factor common if that is only present at least in 2 of them, 2 or more of them. So we must be a little bit careful, but this approach we can use very easily to simplify the ratio.